From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, February 29th. We begin with a Wish TV exclusive. I told you yesterday about Scott Sander and his one-on-one conversation with Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JPMorgan Chase. His words can have a huge impact on financial policy around the world. Dimon talked interest rates and job challenges with Scott, as well as educational fixes. But he carries a personal passion about expanding the country's earned income tax credit, a credit that benefits low to moderate income families. Take a listen at their conversation.
Something you said almost a year ago in your shareholders letter about the earned income tax credit. You said that fixing income inequality will reignite the American dream, and you specifically pointed to the EITC as a way to do that. Help us understand your vision for that, and do you think the federal government can actually make it happen?
Yeah, so the EITC, just to give you the numbers, if you're a single parent making $14,000 a year with 2 children, you get a check for $6,000 at the end of the year. So it's kind of a negative income tax. If you're a single parent with no children, you only get $600. I would make it much bigger. Because I think jobs bring dignity, jobs bring better outcome, better family outcome, lower crime, less drugs. You know, that first rung in the ladder leads to the second rung in the ladder. So I would double it and get rid of the child credit. You know, and because I think getting money into the hands of those people and into those communities is the best way to help them. There are other ways to help. You know, you can talk about child care and health care and Obamacare, but that is in the community, in their families. They'll take better care. They can afford more things. And so, and by the way, Democrats and Republicans support this. Paul Ryan supported it. I know the Democrats support it. There are a whole bunch of political reasons why we can't get it over the line. This one I think is really important to try to get done.
Do you feel it has any traction? You've mentioned that there is support outside the chambers of Congress. What then has to happen to actually make it happen? I
don't know. I mean, you know, if you look at, like I said, Republicans and Democrats support it. I think businesses support it. I think the Business Roundtable supports it. I think it'll have to be part of a bigger compromise one day. So, you know, if the tax bills ever opened up again, this would be part of it. You got to pay for it. It would cost another $30, $40, or $50 billion. But there are a lot of tax breaks out there that are unnecessary, like including carried interest, by the way. And so I think there are ways to, you know, pay for it that would make sense.
Dimon also says the earned income tax credit change would do more than anything else to lift up low-income neighborhoods. We still have much more from the interview that you haven't heard, including how they target local community groups as partners for success. Just head over to wishtv.com for all of the other parts of the interview. To iTeam 8, Metro Police say the deadly shooting of a toddler was accidental. We first told you about this story on Wish TV as breaking news yesterday morning. Officers found the 3-year-old boy late Tuesday night near 38th and Dearborn. IMPD officer Corey Allersmeyer says the case hit close to home for him because he has a 2.5-year-old daughter.
Anytime more than one is obviously unacceptable, and anything beyond that is extremely unacceptable. What we need is for citizens to step up and do the right thing.
Detectives are working to determine if anyone is directly at fault for the shooting. IMPD wants to remind you that the department does have free gun locks available for gun owners. A Kokomo man is accused of killing his roommate after burning her body in a dumpster. Jonathan Christie was arrested after investigators say they linked him to Brandy Bradley's death. Bradley had been missing for more than a month, but police say she had previously posted on TikTok that she feared for her life and specifically named the suspect in her video.
I've been choked out 5 times to unconsciousness, and TikTok needs to know that if you find my dismembered body laying all over Kokomo, John Christie.
Police say they later got a tip from an inmate at the Madison County Jail who says he saw Bradley's body inside Christie's house. A reminder, if you have been impacted by domestic violence, we have resources available for you. Just head over to wishtv.com. 2 Indiana universities say they are using the latest technology to help fight crime. The measures include high-tech security cameras on campus. Over the past week, 2 college students died on campuses in Georgia and Kentucky. At the University of Indianapolis, Flock safety cameras let UIndy and its security team capture images of license plates of suspicious vehicles. UIndy's police chief says students will also have access to 3 new call boxes.
You press a button and it immediately hooks to an officer's radio. It'll tell us the call box, the number of the call box, the location, and then the individual that pressed the button is able to speak and tell us what emergency they're having.
Meanwhile, IU says its Indianapolis campus also has call boxes. The university says students can download the Rave Garidian app. It lets students share their locations on campus with others. When it comes to the weather, we've seen a drastic change in temperatures over the past few days. But now we are back to where we should be for this time of year. News 8's Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
It's going to be a beautiful leap day here. We're going to look for lots of sunshine, not as windy as it was yesterday. We'll take a live look outside our Wish TV tower cam. We do have mostly sunny skies out there right now. And temperatures quickly climbing here. We're up to 26 degrees right now in Indianapolis. We started at 22 this morning. So slowly but surely, we are seeing those temps climb. Mostly sunny skies out there and not seeing any kind of wind at all compared to the winds that we saw yesterday, 30 and 40 miles per hour out there. So no wind to speak of right now here in Indianapolis. I do think temperatures are going to be climbing into the 40s later this afternoon. Right now, Crawfordsville coming in at 24. 26 degrees right now in Greenfield. Good morning to you. We're at 22 in Anderson, 24 in Newcastle, and 27 degrees right now in the Richmond area. Wind chill values, where we are seeing a little bit of a wind, we are seeing temperatures, feels like temps into the upper teens for South Bend and Fort Wayne as well. Lots of sunshine expected for the day today. We're going to see high pressure nearby. That is going to keep us high and dry for the day today.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. Thousands of fans are expected to come to town for the NFL Combine. It's not just about watching the prospects. You'll find several things to do. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez has been hanging out at Lucas Oil Stadium. He has more on what you can expect.
Over 300 of the NFL's top prospects are going into the biggest job interview of their life, trying out and doing drills in front of NFL coaches and staff, trying to improve their chances at the upcoming NFL draft in Detroit. That's this April. Outside, however, there is the fan experience, lots of photo ops, a lot of different activities for you to be doing. We showed you the 40 earlier in the day and the vertical also earlier this morning. Right now you can see that they're still setting everything behind us up for that 40-yard dash. And as we're showing you that, I will introduce you guys to Claire with Visit Indy once again. I was about to call you Visit with Claire Indy, but that's all right. Good morning. Thanks for being here again.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how important sports tourism is to Indy, and we'll get into a little bit more about what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, just 10 days ago, we welcomed the who's who of the NBA, and what city in America can say that they welcomed all the executives of the NBA and then flipped it in 10 days to do the same with the NFL. So we take pride in that. We're really thankful for the opportunities that both leagues have given us. Happy to welcome the NFL here again for year 37. And then once we wrap this, we have first and second rounds of March Madness in Gainbridge, March 22nd and 24th. So we're touching every corners of the sports world, and that's what we do best, is sports tourism.
Very busy time here in Indy. Tell us a little bit more about what fans can expect. We showed off some of the activities. We're going to do the obstacle course here in a little bit. There's going to be some Colts players showing their faces around here for fans to meet.
Of course. 5 o'clock today, we have an autograph session with Jelani Woods. Tomorrow, Josh Downs is going to be here with the Colts for an autograph session. The Colts cheerleaders will be here. Their Colts in Motion vehicle, which is an interactive exhibit. And, you know, so much more. You have representation from all 32 teams, all 57 Super Bowl rings. And then inside, we, encourage people to abide by the clear bag policy. That's important. And then also you're able to bring your headphones and listen to all of the things taking place inside, even while you're outside here. Listen to you can tune into the NFL Network broadcast.
It'll sure be a fun time. We're going to do the obstacle course. We really don't know how this is supposed to be set up, so we're kind of making up our own rules.
Let's do it. I'll go on the left.
It was a pretty close race for the 40.
Yes.
You
were under 10 seconds.
Yeah. we'll have to look back at the tapes, but we'll go ahead and get this started. All right.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right, that was fun. Oh, I knocked it over.
Nice.
That's kind of cool. Anyways, as we've been talking about all morning long, it is free for fans to get in, both the fan experience outside and inside. I'm going to do one of the last obstacles here. Claire didn't want to participate, get down and dirty on the turf, but it's all right. You just have to make sure you download the NFL One Pass app. The drills start today at 3, gates open at 1 this afternoon. Reporting downtown, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, February 29th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.